Auntie, please, can I eat?
Did you deserve food today?
I tried my best.
Trying is not enough.
Mama.
If anyone had told her that her life would have been like this in the past 1 year, she wouldn't have believed it. She grew up in a happy home. Everything was okay. Her father was kind, strict sometimes, but fair. Her mother, Mama Sewa, was the heart of the house. She woke early every morning to cook, to sweep the compound, to make sure everything was in order. Adesewa woke to the smell of breakfast, yam, eggs, sometimes beans pudding, everything her mother prepared with love. Her father, Mr. Ogunli, would sit in his chair, reading the newspaper, sometimes humming a song from his own childhood. Life was simple but full. They laughed together. Every Sunday, they went to church, dressed neatly, singing hymns. On Saturdays, her father would tend the small garden behind the house, sometimes letting Adesewa help plant seeds. Her mother would watch and smile, adjusting Adesewa's cap or tying her wrapper properly. Neighbors often visited, some for advice, some to share small gifts or greetings. Adesewa felt safe. She had everything a child could wish for. School was part of her routine. Adesewa studied well because her parents encouraged her. Mama Sewa would sit with her, checking her exercise books, making sure she understood her lessons. Sometimes, if Adesewa struggled, her mother would explain until she got it. If she did well in exams, Mama Sewa would reward her with her favorite snack. Her father, though strict, was proud of her. He would say, "Adesewa, study well. One day, it will take you places." And she believed him. But slowly, things began to change. It started with Mama Sewa feeling tired more than usual. She would sit down while cooking, pressing her chest or her stomach. She complained of headaches, back pains, and fatigue. At first, they thought it was stress, or maybe she had been working too much. But Adesewa noticed. She noticed the way her mother winced when bending, the cough that lingered longer than a week, the fever that came and went. Her father tried to ignore it. He said, "She's fine. Just tired." But Adesewa begged, "Daddy, maybe we should take her to the hospital." He eventually agreed after she insisted for weeks. The first hospital visit was long and tiring. Doctors spoke in complicated words, tests were done, and results were slow to come. Medicines were given, but the relief was temporary. Mama Sewa continued to weaken. Nights became heavy with worry. Adesewa sat by her mother, holding her hand while she slept, listening to her shallow breathing. Sometimes, she woke to see her mother trying to get up to use the bathroom. Then came the first surgery. Adesewa didn't fully understand what it meant, but she understood fear. She sat on the cold hospital bench while doctors worked. Waiting was torture. Afterward, her mother was weak, but the doctors said it had been successful. Adesewa cried quietly into her pillow, relieved. Weeks later, another surgery. And then another. Each time, prayers were said. Adesewa prayed until prayer itself grew tired. When Mama Sewa died, it was quiet. No dramatic collapse, no last words. Just a nurse softly saying, "I'm sorry, she didn't make it." Adesewa felt the air leave her chest. She could neither breathe nor cry. Her father's face was unreadable, but she saw the faint twitch in his eyes. He was broken too, in his own way. Grief came slowly, painfully. She wandered the house at night, touching her mother's wrappers, smelling her clothes, looking at the kitchen where her mother cooked, listening to faint echoes of her voice in the walls. She cried into her pillow, whispered words that her mother would never hear. Some nights, she stayed awake, pretending her mother was beside her, giving advice, telling her everything would be okay. 6 months later, her father brought a new woman into the house. More Nike. At first, she was calm, polite, careful. But soon, her true nature showed. She criticized Adesewa's clothes, her hair, even her voice. She scolded her for the smallest mistakes, pushed her around, refused her better portions of food. Adesewa endured. She didn't tell her father. He had suffered enough from Mama Sewa's death, and she wanted to protect him. Mornike's abuse left bruises on her spirit more than her body, though sometimes her hands struck. She was locked in her room for hours, told she was lazy, ungrateful.